today's video, I'll be discussing 5 Excel functions to get you started. First, let's look at the data that we'll be analyzing. Over here, we have a list of students. In the first column, we have the ID of the student. The next 3 columns describes whether the student was in science, commerce, or arts. And the fourth column is the marks that they secured in the exam. Now, I have a list of 100 students over here, and if you're wondering where they are, so I've just hidden the rows. So here is the complete list. Now that we know the data, let's begin the analysis. But before that, we must first determine what answers are we seeking. So we know that there are 100 students. The first question that we need to answer is how many students are there in each of the 3 streams. That is, how many students are there in science, how many in commerce, and how many in arts. The next question that we will be answering is, what is the average marks secured by all the students? The third question we'll be answering is, what is the highest marks that has been scored in this exam? And then again, what is the lowest marks that any student has received in this exam? So the first question, that is the number of students in each stream, we'll be using the Excel count function. So we'll just write equal to, that is what every function in Excel starts with, and we'll start with count. Move the cursor up, press shift and then scroll up. This will select the entire range between the cells C3 and the last one in our range, that is 102. Close the bracket and press enter. Drag this along the other 2 streams. This gives us the count in each of the 3 streams. So the count function tells us that there are 23 students in science, 16 in commerce, 16 in arts and 61 in commerce. Now just to ensure that these add up to 100 and also to know another very useful function, that is sum, we'll start by typing equal to again, write sum, press tab, this automates the first bracket, then go back and select the 3 items, close the bracket and press enter. This gives us 100. This ensures that we have counted all the students. We want to find out on an average how much did the students secure. To do that, let's go to cell F105, type equal to, start writing average AVE, and Excel will show you all the available functions that begin by these letters. We'll go to average, press tab to select it, scroll up and select all the data points in between. Close the bracket and press enter. This gives us the average marks scored by the students. Now notice the average scored marks changes as I refresh the data. It is because we have used a special function to create or to generate these marks, and we'll be discussing that extra bonus function at the end of the tutorial. The next objective is to find the highest and lowest marks secured in the exam. To do that, we'll use 2 Excel functions called max and min. To find the highest marks scored in the exam, we'll use the function max. Go to cell F106 and type equal to and max. Then go and select the range where your data is. Close the bracket and press enter. This gives us the highest marks scored in this exam. For the lowest marks, we'll use another Excel function which is called min. Similarly, go to the next cell, type equal to min, press tab and go and select the data and press enter. This gives the lowest marks secured in this exam. Notice that when I refresh the data, the highest, lowest, the average marks and all the individual marks also changes. This is because we have used a special function called RunBetween to generate these data. RunBetween is a very useful Excel function which is used to generate random numbers when we want to simulate data and perform some kind of analysis on it. What the RunBetween function does is takes a lower bound and an upper bound. The lower bound in this case is 35 and the upper bound being 97. And then when you press enter, it randomly generates a number between 35 and 97. Now I have generated all these marks using this RunBetween function, and as a result every time I refresh the data, that is by pressing F9, all these numbers changed, and the result of our formulas which refer to these numbers also keep on changing. So that is the 5 basic Excel functions for you to get you started. We have some exercises related to these functions, the link to which you'll find in the description box below. Also, don't forget to subscribe because in the next couple of videos, we will be using the same example to learn many more Excel functions.